What's up, broski? It's Monday, February the 1st, 2021, and I want to talk about the Royal Rumble. Alright, it was last night. I'm going to share with you what I thought about it. Alright, so it kicked off with Goldberg against Drew McIntyre. I enjoyed this match. It was pretty short. I would say, what was it? Maybe a good 5 to 7 minutes. Maybe less than that. Maybe a good 5 or 6 minutes. I thought Goldberg was going to win. I thought Vince McMahon was once again going to put the title on Goldberg. And then he was probably going to fight Roman Reigns at WrestleMania or Orton or somebody. I don't fucking know. But check it out. It was a decent match. These are two heavy hitters were going at it. Okay, spear, jackhammer, and all this shit. Drew McIntyre did his kick. I forgot what the fuck that move of his is called. Claymore kick. There you go. It went on for a bit, but eventually Drew McIntyre was able to pin Goldberg fair and square. 1, 2, 3. Goldberg got up, shook his hand, said some words to him, and I guess you could say that moment right there where Goldberg and Drew McIntyre were, where Goldberg was raising Drew McIntyre's hand. That right there. What that signified was Goldberg passing the torch, So that was it. I thought that was a pretty cool moment. Goldberg just passing the torch to Drew McIntyre. And that's it. Bada bing, bada boom, all right? Decent match. What else can I say? What was the second match? The second match, I think it was some Divas match. I think it was Carmella against Sasha Banks. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, Carmella fought Sasha Banks, or was that the pre-show? I don't fucking know. But anyways, decent match. All I know is that Sasha Banks won. What I noticed about Sasha Banks, broski, is that this bitch puts on way too much makeup sometimes. Like she looked like a fucking clown in her match yesterday. Don't get me wrong. I would still give her the sausage, but at the end of the day, broski, you could just, I don't know, you could see the big bald spot in her wig or hair. I don't fucking know anymore with these divas, bro. A lot of these fucking wrestling chicks, a lot of them get so much fucking Botox and plastic surgery. Eventually they start looking like fucking clowns, okay? But Sasha Banks, like I said, she will still get it, but I just saw way too much foundation, way too much makeup. Just ridiculous. But it is what it is, right? What else? We had, who else wrestled? I don't fucking know, bro. I think, what are those two black guys' name? The new guys from NXT. I forgot their fucking name. So we're just gonna move on from that match. Damn, I forgot. It's the ones that have been feuding with the New Day for a while. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? They do all these comedic skits in the back. During these back segments and shit like this. I think they had a match, right? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. What else do we have? Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens in what did they have? They had a last man standing match. This match was okay. I ended up kind of falling. I would doze off and on during that match. I was drinking a little bit of a couple of margaritas, right? And I guess I dozed off for a little bit during the match, and I woke up, and the next thing I know, Roman Reigns had won. All right, so there you go. This match, predictable. Come on, man. You really think Roman Reigns, Vinnie Mac's boy, is gonna lose to this fat beer belly guy, Kevin Owens? Come on, man. No way. This is Royal Rumble that leads up to WrestleMania. Okay? No way Vince McMahon is ever gonna have beer belly Kevin Owens main event, the main show at WrestleMania. I just don't see it happening anytime soon. All right? To me, Kevin Owens, I don't know what they're trying to do with him. All right? The guy's a mid-carder to me. But whatever. It is what it is. What else happened? Oh, Bad Bunny performed. Let me tell you something. I don't give a shit about reggaeton, broski. Don't give two flying dicks about it. To me, all reggaeton music sounds the exact fucking same. All right? I did not know of this, but this artist, Bad Bunny, he performed with... This was kind of stupid. He performed there, and Booker T was standing there in his G.I. Joe bro gear from WCW. And, like, it looked like a homo fest was going on. Like a BLM thug love homo fest. Because you had Booker T standing there, okay? And Bad Bunny was, like, twerking and dancing all around them. Like he was a fucking stripper pole. It was fucking ridiculous. And of course, now that there's no live audience, okay, Vince McMahon is having just the time of his life, jerking off to the fact that he can control the cheers and the boos. You know, all that shit is obviously edited in there. The audience, the live audience, are a bunch of people in their fucking rooms on these big screen TVs all over the fucking arena. Let me tell you something. If this was a real live show, I think people would not give two flying dicks about Bad Bunny. I don't give a shit about Bad Bunny, Babs Bunny. You may as well call him Babs Bunny. The way he was dancing around Booker T and just looked like he had a hard-on for him. Bro, you should have seen that. It was fucking ridiculous. But whatever. Whatever helps Vince McMahon sleep at night, right? And then we had the Women's Rumble. Now, this was pretty good. I like the outcome to this. I noticed that some of these female wrestlers, by the way, sometimes they try too hard. If it's not with the makeup, they're just trying way too hard with the gimmick that they got going on. There was a couple divas in there that were kind of cringy, kind of annoyed me. Like that fat chick, Jelly. She came out singing looking like a fat ass Britney Spears. It was just fucking ridiculous, okay? What else happened? It was a decent rumble. That women's rumble was more than decent. It was pretty good because Bianca Belair won. She came in at number 2, I think. She ended up winning, and that was great. Well deserved. You know, when Bianca Belair first showed up on the scene, broski, when I first got a good look at her, I knew that she was going to be something big. She gives off a good energy about her. Like, the moment I saw her in NXT, I was like, yo, that's going to be a big star right there. And now here she is. She's going to be at one of the main events at WrestleMania, and she's either going to choose to fight who? Sasha Banks, or who's the other champion? Asuka? Regardless, whichever of the two that she fights, broski, it's going to be a good match. And obviously, I'm pretty sure Bianca Belair is going to win. They're going to give her WrestleMania moment. Great. That was a great winner. Thank you, Vince, for that. And then we had the Men's Rumble. What happened in the Men's Rumble? This was kind of bittersweet. Okay? One thing I noticed in the Men's Rumble is that there's way too many jobbers and mid-carders. Alright? That Men's Rumble showed me that WWE really hasn't built up too many stars, because the winner of this fucking Rumble was old-ass Edge. I mean, come on, Edge? Don't get me wrong. I understand what they're trying to do here. You know, Edge came back. They're probably going to give him another run with the title. But that just goes to show me that Vince McMahon probably didn't have enough faith in the rest of the other mid-carders and jobbers in that Rumble. You know, he had to just throw in another old fart there to main event WrestleMania. You know? Just face it. Look at what they have here. I mean, once again, we're going to have Hurricane Helms come out and do another Rumble? I thought this guy fucking retired already. Don't get me wrong, it's funny and all, but it's like, come on, man. And what else? Who else was in this fucking Rumble? Yeah, Braun Strowman came out, I think number 29 or 30. Not really a big deal anymore. I just feel like Vince McMahon, he could have done so much with Braun, but he just kept killing his momentum, you know? What else? Seth Rollins came back, okay? Seth the Simp, who I'm kind of upset about because he pretty much... He stopped Becky Lynch from progressing her character even more. Why the fuck did Becky Lynch had to have a baby in that point of her career? You know, she was like red hot. You know, she was like, she was one of the main, just one of the main females. I just feel like her having the baby kind of just, it put the fucking what's the word I'm looking for? It put the brake to it put the brake to her career for a while. All right, who knows? She may come back, but will it ever be the same? I don't know. I just feel like her momentum was stopped. All right, she just should have waited. She should have waited a couple years later on to have a kid, in my opinion. But whatever. All right, we'll see how that relationship ends up with Seth and Becky. Hopefully it goes well for them. Hopefully Seth doesn't end up being another victim of child support. All right, but it is what it is. And like I said, listen, I don't wish them bad. I hope it goes well for them and shit. But I just think Seth Rollins should have just fucking waited to bust his load. Come on, man. Like, come on, dude. What the fuck? You know? In a way, bro, like, you stopped your woman from just skyrocketing her career even more. Come on, get the fuck out of here. What else can I say about the Rumble? Yeah, Edge won, and there you go. The main event is either going to be Edge versus Drew McIntyre or Edge versus Roman Reigns. That'll probably be a good match. I can see that match being pretty good. Edge and Roman. It's going to be the battle of the spears and shit like this. I see what they're trying to do. All right? And, or is he going to face Drew McIntyre? I don't fucking know. Let me know what you think later.